If you don't understand my pronunciation or accent, you can turn on YouTube subtitles. Thank you.
Hello, how do you do? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is Monday, January 27th, 2025, and right now it is 12 past 10 a.m. English is spoken with a huge number of regional accents and dialects. There are millions of native English speakers, and these millions of people are spread across the entire world. And separation tends to lead to a great degree of difference in language. It is still a dream for many adults to become fluent in English, and they wish to make that dream happen. Nonetheless, sometimes it is difficult to understand native English speakers due to the great variety of accents that exist in that language. In fact, you may be a native English speaker, but this doesn't mean you understand all English speakers. I am not different from the rest. As a general rule, I also find it hard to understand native English speakers when they speak English. Nevertheless, there are three accents that I find particularly difficult to understand, much more than the other regional accents of English, which are the Scottish, Irish, and Cockney accents. These three accents make me feel frustrated. Let's start with the Irish accent. I know there are many different dialects in Ireland, so I am going to talk in general. One of the things that I find most difficult to understand about the Irish accent is the diphthong A, in words like pay, day, same, and others. Some Irish people pronounce this diphthong differently, and I have a hard time understanding them, especially when they speak quickly.
I've been to the UK, which is England, Wales, Spain.
Another characteristic of Irish English is the th sound in words like three. Some Irish people say tree instead of three. Therefore, both the word three and the word tree are homophones in Irish English, given that they share the same pronunciation, but have different spellings and meanings, and that confuses me quite a bit.
Tater. Thanks. Thought.
The Irish also have a very peculiar way of pronouncing the diphthong I in words like night. They don't say night, they pronounce it in a different way, and the truth is that I often don't know if they are saying, for example, boy or boy. It is really very confusing.
And tonight, you just witnessed Fight Night!
Despite the fact that there are many more interesting characteristics of Hiberno-English that differentiate it from other English dialects, these three are the ones that I find most disconcerting. Now let's move on to the Scottish accent. This is probably the most difficult spoken accent in English to understand for most English learners. Many native English speakers can't even understand the Scottish accent. As a matter of fact, there is a very interesting video uploaded on YouTube entitled Political Blooper: MP's Scottish Accent Baffles British Parliamentarian. In this video, a politician in the British parliamentarian couldn't understand the Scottish accent of an MP, and to be honest, unfortunately I cannot either. Personally, Scottish English is not only difficult to understand because of the pronunciation, but because of the distinctive expressions and vocabulary. Words like girl and word are pronounced very differently, given that Scots pronounce the R sound differently than the typical English R.
Girl, world, pretty, great, green.
And finally, the Cockney accent. If we talk about this accent, we can't ignore the letter T. The sound of the T in this dialect makes words like water sound totally different. I must admit that I also pronounce this sound in English in some words like didn't, mountain, important, and the like. Howbeit, the T sound is dropped all the time in the Cockney accent. It's crazy! And it's certainly not easy for me to understand. Londoners sometimes pronounce the L as a W. For example, Londoners don't say hill, ill, pill, and so forth. They pronounce these words differently. Another feature of the Cockney accent is the TH sound. As you all know, there are two pronunciations for the TH in English. For example, in words like brother, bother, mother, father, leather, people from London don't pronounce that TH in that way. They replace it with a V sound. The other pronunciation of the TH in words like thank you, everything, nothing, Thursday is replaced by AF sound in Cockney. All these things and many more make the Cockney accent not easy for me to understand. I've always wondered why some people understand accents better than others. How do they do it? Honestly, I don't know. I just know that some people are good at understanding different accents. Personally, I find some accents difficult to understand. Consequently, I have no doubt that I should expose myself to different accents. And YouTube is a great source for finding speakers of different accents. See you in the next video.